All right, I'm back to work on the 54 Chevy. Got my Harbor Freight sandblaster. I'm gonna do the inside because it's not horrible, but a lot faster than sanding it by hand. And then do all the door jams, window openings, stuff like that. Maybe even do the firewall. But let's get after it. There's a little bit. Works pretty good. Kind of running out of daylight here, but you can see the difference there. Well, it was working great until the hose broke. It's probably just old. So I'll just cut it, clamp it back on there. Well, I just kept sandblasting and it just disappeared. Now it started raining a little bit. Wasn't in the forecast, but is it ever? So I moved it inside for now. Got a little bit done, but progress is progress, as they say. So anyway, we'll keep going when it's not raining and we have more light. Okay, so the last time I tried this, it started raining, and I mean that doesn't look great, but I got a lot more light now instead of trying to start this at 5 o'clock. So let's see what we can do today. Can't see nothing. It's kind of working. You there, George. Sorry, anyway. Got my mask on now, which is, you know, important. So, it's all going pretty good. Here's the inside. Got a couple of spots. Some of this deeper stuff needs another attempt. It's kind of hard to see when you're sandblasting above your head. And then, but yeah, it was working really good until I got another blowout in my hose there. So This hose is pretty old. I'm gonna go somewhere, see if I can get a new one. And well, hopefully the weather holds out. Right now it's great. So back in action. Just for those that might be wondering, I'm using coal slag. I'm not using silica sand or play sand. That stuff will give you lung cancer. So, you know, wear a mask. I got a mask. And get a better abrasive than silica sand. All right, so nobody in town has sandblast hose. Apparently it's special. Obviously it's abrasive resistant. This one is starting to lose the battle. The diameter is getting larger, so I cut off the split section. It was only about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches from the end. This is what it used to look like. So anyway, I'll just keep cutting it off until I don't have any hose left. And yeah, onward and upward. Inside's looking pretty good. Lighting's not great, but got one more pass right here, and then my tank is very quickly running out of material, so I'm gonna focus on some of these door jamb areas, because these are not fun to sand by hand. It can be done, but this is a lot faster, minus all the cleanup. But I'm gonna try to save some of this stuff, because the coal slag you can use more than once. All right, so I quickly cleaned up my shop vac and the filter. I'm gonna try to save a lot of this media that's inside the cab before it's ruined. So this is either a really good idea or a really bad one. Kind of have to lift the hose up. Gets a little heavy. There we go, it's clear now. Put that old crashing 5 horsepower to work. Not only is it fine, but this media is heavy. I have fallen. Anyway, so instead of trying to sweep up the floor like I've done before, I'm just gonna fold this tarp up and try to bunch a lot of that media together. There we go. Like Santa's sack of presents. Well, between the shop vac and the tarp, I think we saved, I don't know, at least 2.5 bags. I still have 1 new bag, so 3.5. So yeah, that'll get us done with the rest of that, or most of it. I didn't want to risk the rain. It's getting kind of dark, so we'll bust it out again and try some more. All right, let's get back at this cab here. So it's been a few months, or 6, I don't know, but we've been cleaning up the edges here, getting all the old paint and stuff out of the edges, stripping all the paint off, and Been working on this roof for the past day. Some of it's kind of boring, but as you remember, I did a little metal shrinking up here, and it looked like the monster from Hellraiser with all my studs on there, but I decided I'm just gonna work on this because it needs to be done. Got it pretty good. I know that looks like a lot of filler. It's because it is. But I put a skim coat over all of it because I got the right contour, but it was like, so I'm about to spray some primer on here, and I thought I'd bring you along. All right, I got my primer mixed up. I like to use the House of Color DTM. It sands really good. I want this primer nice and thick, like your ex-girlfriend from high school. Let's be honest, you dodged a bullet. I got my Harbor Freight gun here. This thing worked pretty good on Chance's truck until it didn't. So like most Harbor Freight tools, I had to modify it to make it work. I had to polish where that fluid needle travels. But anyway, let's get to it. Hello there. So usually I hit all my primer spots, or sorry, my filler spots first, and then I prime the whole thing. But since the whole thing was already filler, I'm just gonna do a couple coats. But sprayed out really nice, not that it matters. All this is gonna get block sanded, but it's kind of nice to have it one color again, and looks like it's, you know, flat-ish. Convex. Just doing the top today. Like I said, I'm gonna block all this stuff out again. That little whoop, whoa, little thing there. Anyway, we'll do another coat and that'll be good for now. 10 minutes later. All right, while this is drying, I'll tell you about another project on this truck that I've been struggling with for a long time because I didn't know how I was gonna do it. But today, I think I figured it out. So at some point, somebody cut this slat out, this part of the dash, because they put a shifter in here. Somebody told me it was out of a Corvair. Maybe it was a cable driven shifter, because I don't know what they had in here. But anyway, I wasn't sure how I was going to replicate this, but I think I might have figured it out today. I got this rod, and I already kind of started to bend it up. See how it's kind of like S-shaped? It's more flat and right here, then it kicks out, and then it's really curved at the bottom. Anyway, I'll make 2 of these, and then I'm gonna take a piece of sheet metal, you know, for the flat parts and the sides, and then I'll grind it all up and weld it in there. I mean, I don't know what else to do, but that's what I'm gonna do. All right, still waiting for this to set up, but you can see all these waves in here. That's where the filler soaked up the primer, so that's good. Just gotta do another coat. Coat number 2. Yeah, I got a little bit extra, but that's all right. Not bad, really. Not bad at all. Just a little bit left. So, 2 coats. Thank you very much. there it is in all its glory. Looks nice until I ruin it by sanding it. Well, that's all I got going on for today. Sorry the updates have been few and far between on the 54 Chevy Cummins project, but it's coming along. Painfully, slowly, incrementally, but it's getting there. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. And remember, kids, clean your paint gun out right away. I mean, it's not Jeffrey Epstein, for Pete's sakes. Somebody's not gonna do it for you in the middle of the night.